And based on that, the operating system will avoid a deadlock. That is the better way as compared to deadlock prevention. And for deadlock prevention, as I told you, there are 4 conditions. So how do you solve these conditions? Mutual exclusion means only one can use it. So you don't have, whenever there are shareable resources, such an issue is not there. But you make a logic such that when there are non-shareable resources, you ensure that nobody else can use. Something like a lock can be given. Now, hold and wait. Whenever somebody is asking for already having a resource and is asking for additional resources, you can prevent such a situation. When you are already having a resource, you are not allowed to use or ask for any more additional resources. That is one way to prevent the hold and wait. No preemption means if a process that is holding some resources requests another resources that cannot be immediately allocated to it, then all the current resources held by it are released. So you have to drop it. You have some resource with you, you want some other resource. The only way is you drop what you have and go for the additional resource. And finally, circular wait. Circular wait is an ordering of all resource states such that there is a priority given to the waiting, and there is, based on that priority only, the resources are allocated. So the idea is to prevent all these issues. Any one or more of these conditions can be prevented. Deadlock will never happen. Of course, the better way is to have deadlock avoidance a priori or ab initio. Initially itself, you give all the details, how many resources are there, how many instances are there, and have a deadlock avoidance algorithm. Ensure that there can never be any issues like a circular wait condition or a mutual exclusion and so on. And when a system is in safe state, that means there is no deadlock possible. There is no deadlock. Whenever a process is in a safe state, it will have no deadlocks, meaning all those prevention methodologies are considered or avoided with all the information available. But when a system gets into an unsafe state, there is a chance that you get into a deadlock. So this deadlock avoidance is definitely better than deadlock prevention. Initially itself, you give all the information and the process gets into a safe state. So there is no problem at all. So one of the algorithms, avoidance algorithms, is very interesting algorithm called the Banker's algorithm. So the Banker's algorithm, basically Banker's algorithm means it assumes that there is a resource, multiple instances of resource. Each process must a priori claim maximum use, means it can give the maximum amount of usage, and there is a weighting algorithm. So what I have already shared to Nayana, how this Banker's algorithm video lecture is there, available, maximum allocation and need. You can go through that in the tomorrow's class, and it's not possible to explain this using a PPT. You need to have a blackboard to explain it. But for that, I have made a nice, there is a very good video lecture that I have sent to Nayana. And you can actually go through that tomorrow. And I will, tomorrow's class will be only the Banker's algorithm. And as I mentioned, please go through the video. I hope you have gone through the video yesterday of the lab class, the shell scripting thing. Please go through this. Next week is a study holiday. Next Thursday, Friday, I am assuming are holidays. Wednesday is a working day. I will mark all of you present, but it is a study holiday for you to have an exam on the coming Wednesday, not next Wednesday, the Wednesday after that. You will have a lab exam on some scripting thing. So please study that, go through the video. I am giving you more and enough and more holiday free hours for the same. Please don't do it in the last moment. It is not possible. You have to try and practice. As I mentioned, shell scripting is like simple C programming, but you have to write code and you have to execute the code and so on. So please study. We will be asking some simple questions based on the shell scripting. Next Wednesday, there is no class. The week after that, I probably need only 3 to 4 hours to finish the syllabus. After that, I will leave you free and you can study. There will be one more lab assignment on process creation and all. With that, the entire evaluation is over. We will plan the Viva next week. I'll fix a date after I'm traveling. After the holidays, I will plan a date and we will finish the Viva. Okay, answer your attendance. 1 minute.